Okay, so it's recording now, right? The class is recording. We'll continue. Good to go, guys. Good morning again. Sorry about this delay, right? Fixing all this problem with the computer. So display issue, okay? The thing is how you're going to display the data, right, in the page. So we go back here in the app here. See, we working on this issue folder, right? This is the issue folder. If you look at our route, let's look at the route here. Localhost 3000/issue/view, right? And you creating here. So I just want to display below this button, okay? All the data, right? Also, if you go back to our GitHub, I have added the points, right? What the points we're gonna take care, right? So let's see. Let's go back here and open that one quickly. So that was the nextjs project. If you go to the bottom right here, setting up project, okay, that we have done already, everything. Let's go back. Viewing, right? View issues, okay. So the first one is showing the issue. So the showing issue is the first one, right? Then building the issue status batch. Maybe to display the status, we're going to build one component to like a batch kind of thing from the Redux UI, right? That is what we're going to do. Then add the skeleton, loading skeleton. We'll see how we can do that one. Next one will be showing issue details page. We're going to look at that. Styling the details page, adding markdown preview, right? We'll look at that. And building the styling component, we can do that. Additional loading skeleton, disabling server-side rendering and all that, right? Refactoring your code. So there are 10 things we're going to do in this part, okay? So the first one is showing the issue, means displaying issue. So you have a database, right? You have a data. How are you going to get data from the database? How? So here in the view, just below this button, right? I said I'm going to display that issue, correct? So to get data, you must make your component asynchronous, right? Async because it, to fetch data it takes time. So let issue, right? Issues, there will be a lot of issues equal to await, and we need Prisma, right? So let's import that. Import Prisma, right? Prisma from Prisma client, okay? And that Prisma will help us to get the data. So Prisma dot, and what is our schema name? Issue, right? That is issue dot find many because get all the issue, right? That's it. So that will give us all the issue from the database. So we will now check if no issue, right? If there is no issues, we have to check, okay, before we move further, right? Because you don't want to start rendering this file, right? And there is no data. You don't do that one. First you check. If there is no issue, then just return not found, right? Not found page. Just return that. So this not found page is built inside Next.js, right? Either you can create your own like error page and display here, or just use the not found from the Next.js, right? If there will be no issue, it will just return not found, okay? But if there is issue, now what we're going to do, right? So we can console log and check, right? Let's do the console log and see what we get. Console.log issues and see what we're getting, okay? So if I go back here, let's go to our website, right, and try to just refresh the page, okay? So this is refreshed. We should get something right in the console. Okay, I don't know why it's not displaying anything. It's stuck there, right? Still running. I think something is running in the back. It should give us the list of issue here. Okay, this issue should have all the item, right? Yeah, the system is very slow. Okay, the laptop. Okay, now finally we get right. The laptop is too much slow, right? So you can see the array with the 3 item, right? ID, title, description, status, create, all that things you can see now, right? We have 3 issue inside this array. So what is this now, right? This is the array of issue. Each issue, right? Each issue we create 3, there is 3 issue. See that? So that is what we get. So we have the issue now. How are we going to display, right? So I hope you guys know the table, right? In the HTML table, okay? You have learned about the table. So let's see how we can use that. So in Redux UI, there is also the table component. We will use that one, okay? So I'll go to the get started and find the table component from the component section, right? So I'm gonna look for table here. Table, okay. So you have to import this table, right? The first one is root. If you look at the HTML table, and you have table, then table header, then table row, then table header column, right? Similarly, this component work. Okay, this is the table, then table header section. You're gonna put a couple of like heading, full name, email, group, like that, right? And then you're gonna have the body of the table where you display each row, right? Each row of our data. So that is what we're gonna do. Okay. So I will quickly import that. Let's go back here and import table, right, from the Redux UI. That is what I need. So just below this div, what I will do is I'm just gonna add one more div, right? Let's add that. Here, right? And inside this div, margin y4. Okay, so inside this div, I'm gonna call the table, right? Table dot root. So in here, the first one is table dot header, right? Header, and then you're gonna need table dot header column, right? Column header cell. Okay, that is what we need. So we need three header, right? I want to display the title, then I want to display status, and then I want to display the let's call it maybe what we're going to display, title, status, and maybe title. Oh man, what we're going to do? Let's see. Let's add status here, right? Status. Even I don't remember the names of all the fields. Let me check quickly. I mean, we can check here at title. I'm going to add this title first, then status second, and maybe we're going to do the created ad, right? Let's add this one, okay? And the description will be in the details page, okay? We're going to go to the details later, right? And then add the description there. So I will just put created ad. So we know when it was created, right? Good to go. So that's the header section. Now below the header, we're going to have table body, right? Table dot body, and inside the body we're going to map it. Let me check. It gave me the error, right? So something is not correct. Maybe the small capital letter, something like that. Yeah, that's the one, capital letter. So table body, body, body. Okay. Now after that is table row, right? So each row, let's say we have 10, 20, 30, maybe the issue, right? So each will be added inside the row through the map. So you remember the for loop, right? We're going to loop through this array, and then we're going to call this row here, the row, right? Each row. Okay, so if you go back here, you see this row now, right? Each row will be one issue. So we're going to add inside the loop now each row, right? And see how this works. So here I will say issues dot map, and I'm going to get each issue, right? Issue, and inside here I'm going to call the table row now, table dot row, right? Like that, row. Okay, so the thing is in the row now, right? Inside the row, yeah, so let's call that close table row. Okay, why? So okay, need a key, right? Because remember, when you have the map, when you displaying the list, you must provide the key for your first item, right? Or main, each item gonna have a key. Okay, so that will be, I'll just put the issue ID. Okay, issue has ID. Look at here, this ID, right? Each ID gonna add there. Now inside the row I will have 3 cell now, right? So table dot cell. Okay, like that. And then each cell gonna have, first one is title, right? So from the issue dot title, and similarly I'm gonna add the, what you call that, the status here, and then I'm gonna add due is created, right? Created at. Fine. So let's check now, right, and see what we get in our website. So there is some issue error now, right? See what it's saying is hydration failed because initial UI does not match to the render, right? So, I mean, you can see this part, title, status, created ad, you can see this now, right? But there is some issue because of the object date. If you mean to render collection of children, yeah, so that date will be not displayed directly, right? So we have to convert that to let's say there is something called, yeah, date string. Let's make it date string, right? So you have to convert that, and it should be fine now, right? So refresh. Come on. Because of the slow, right? The system is very slow. Okay, you can see now, right? The title here, open here, in progress, and close. So we managed to display the data, right, in the table. One more thing, this table does not looks good. So what we can do now, if you go back here, right, it says in the root, right, in the root of your table, there are 3 props you can pass. The variant with surface is gonna give nice looking table, right? Nice looking, something like that, nice looking table. So let's do that one. Even you know, like for example, this let's say this table is a big, right? So we can make that small by adding here class name, right? Let's do max width of how much? So maybe 2 XL. Let's make it 2 XL. Yeah. Fine. So in the root here, we're gonna add variant, right? Props, and it has surface. The value is surface, right? And this will make tables looks much better. Okay. So if you go back here and refresh, Let's say it's still taking time. Okay, so look at this table now, right? It looks nice. Correct. So we have issue 1, 2, 3, and all that. Now, now the thing is, okay, so we just finished one part, right? Displaying the issue. What we can do is, what is the next one? Let me check quickly. Let's see. So I have to go down, right? Yeah. So let's fix something more, right? Because I know it will be create problem later, so we can fix now. Let's add little bit of responsive, right? What I'm saying is this error we're gonna fix later, right? Because there is a hydration issue, and this is coming from the form, right? Because of that form, okay? The form we have here, create issue form. Because of that one, we're gonna fix that later, okay? So if I go inspect now, right? Let's go to the inspect and mobile view, okay? Yeah, my computer laptop is too much slow, so I don't know why it went to the, you know, let's click on this mobile, and if I squeeze down, right, look at here, I mean, it's not looking right now. The title is very small, okay? The title is very small, so it's okay. But if you're gonna have long title, it will be cramped here, right? And you don't want to do that. So what we're gonna do is, in small device, we're just gonna display the title and maybe the status, right, below the title, and we can leave the remaining. We're just gonna hide that remaining, okay? So how are you gonna achieve that goal? So here I just want to have title in the small device. So I will leave that one, but I want to hide this, right? So class name, it is hidden, right? In the small device, first it is hidden, okay? And then when you go above MD, right? Or maybe above, let's make it a small device, okay? Uh, table cell, there is something called table cell, right? So display the cell, okay? That is what it means. So here also, class name, it will be hidden in the small device, and in the above small, like when you cross the small device, right, then it will be table cell. Good. Okay, the thing is status, right? So now I have to work here also, same thing, like I want to have these two things hidden in the small device. Class name, so hidden first, and then when you cross a small device, just become table cell. And here class name, hidden first, and small device, when you cross a small device like 600 something or 400 something, right, size, then display that table cell. Okay, so you can see now, okay, let's see if it's saved now, right? If I refresh this page, still not change is not happening until now, right? So still running. Okay, yeah, I don't know why it's not working. So small device table cell. Let me make it MD, right? So that little bit maybe so that you can see the different. Okay, all looks good. Only thing is, let's say here, right, the title. Okay, after title, I want to display that, the status, right? So maybe what we're gonna do is we just add one div here, and we're gonna display that, right? Display that status. So title dot status. No, not that one. STAT status, right? Not title. What is that? Issue, right? Issue dot status. Sorry, guys. Issue dot status. Okay. So we have to take care of this one also, right? Because this will be like block, right? In the small device, it will be block, but soon you go above MD, right? Then it should be hidden. So just opposite, okay? Save and let's try now one time. Now, okay, you can see now different, right? You can see the other changes, but you should get the status also here. So you can see here, right? But status is still not appearing because it's just very slow to display the information, right? So it's working, okay? It looks something like this. So I missed to display that, right, at one place somewhere here. Status created at MD, right? Okay. MD table cell. It looks okay. Yeah, now finally came, right? See, just taking a lot of time. So in the small device, you can see the status below the title, right? When you go to the large device, it will be something like this. Good enough? Okay. So we just finished the first part, right? First part of our today work, right? So let's do the git add. Git commit -m, and then that will be view issue, right? So that is all we have done. Display the issue, right? View issue, and then we're going to do git push. All right. So now the next thing is how we gonna, let's say, this is, look at the status batch here, right? This status batch does not looks good, okay? I mean, there is no design, nothing, right? So let's come up with the idea to make it looking nice, right? How are we gonna do that? So look at here. There is something called badge, right? The component called badge, okay? So we're going to use this in progress, in review, incomplete, or something like that, right? Look at here. So this is just a component badge, and you just pass the color, right? And based on this status, like if status is in progress, one color, in review, or sorry, completed, or maybe open, right? So we have three status. So based on three status, we're going to make the color different, okay? So how are we going to achieve it? How are we going to create something like this? So here you're going to learn a lot of things, okay? If you look at the document here, right? First thing I want you to know, I want you guys to understand is record. What is this record, right? So this is something about TypeScript. The record let us create, right? Utility types means you define the types first, where there will be some predefined datas also, right? And like for example, let's say we have a status like open, in progress, close, right? Then that status, you have that status. The next you can define the details of that each status, right? So there will be the label of the status. Maybe it is open, in progress, something like that. And then you have a color, right? Color. So the record types will allow us to do that, okay? We can define this, right, in this variable. So this is just the object now, right? Means const status map, you define the types here. So based on this type, we're going to define our situation here, right? So in open, so that is the status here. What is this status? Prisma will give you the status, right? Why? Because we have the schema for that status, correct? So the Prisma is smart enough, right, to give you the types for all its schema. Look at here. We have all this schema, right? We have this schema status. So Prisma knows, right, to give you the type for this one, okay? That is the status type, and it has fixed value: open, in progress, close. Even it can give you the like type for this issue, right? So issue has a type, like there is a field ID, title, and they all have the status, right? Like the type of data, string, status is status. All these are data type, right? So Prisma knows, it will just give you this issue, and it will tell you use that one as your type checking, right? For your type checking also. So that's why the Prisma is so good, right? Anyway, let's continue. So how are we going to use this now, right? How we learn about record. Record is the utility types in database, in the type script, which allow us to predefine the data right here, or predefine the types for certain value, right? Certain situation. So I have open, so I can, like, let's say this is the type now, right? So label will be in progress, or open, right, like this. And the color, you can choose one of them from here, right? Green. You can only choose the color from here, whatever you add here, okay? So if you have many types of color, then you can add more here, right? But 3, we just add 3. In progress, that is the status, in progress. Then label will be, just put this one and color, right? And close, just put the label, right? So these things you're going to get from the database, and based on this status, right, we're going to call one of this object, and that object will be used to display our badge, right? So yeah, so let's work on that one quickly, right? What I'm going to do is, maybe we're going to use this badge in the future, right? So I'll just add here in the component, okay? Let's call it issue badge dot tsx, like that. Just slow, Yeah. So I'm going to need that badge, right? So I'll import badge from the Redux UI, and I'll just display here. Badge, right? Like this. Okay. So I mean, let's do one thing here. I'm going to add color, right? Color, and for now, color equal to, let's make it red, okay? red, right? And then you're gonna close that badge, okay? And here let's call it open, right? Open, okay? Open. So if you call this badge, right, in our wherever we are displaying the badge, so where is that? Sorry, status here. So you have to import that first. So import badge, right? Badge from where? And it's not badge but issue badge, right? So it will give us that location from app components issue badge. Okay, good to go. Now let's see where I'm displaying the badge. So there will be two places, right? The first one inside the div here, like this. Okay, and then I mean this is just a component, right? I don't have to close this for now. I'll just do what? I will just close here, and that is okay. And also here. So I'll replace this with issue badge component. Okay, and see what happened now, right? There should be change in our code here. So just wait for a few seconds. It is taking a lot of time. So import and export cannot be used outside of module code, right? So what I have import issue badge from, okay, where I have done that? Yeah, so I put in the wrong place, right? God, this will be, you know, outside, right? Not inside the component. This will be here. Okay. So my power is back, right? I will be getting back to the desktop, but let's finish this badge part, and then you guys can work on this. And maybe after lunch we're gonna do maybe 30-minute more class. So cannot believe this, you know, this laptop, right? Okay, anyway, so here it is, I mean, just taking time, right, to display. In the meantime, let's continue with our work. See, right now this is not dynamic, right? This badge need to be changed based on the status, like you're gonna have open, close, or progress, right? So how are we gonna fix that one? Okay, how are we gonna get something like that? So I have an idea now, right? What I will do is I'm gonna go back here to this issue, right? To this issue badge, and I'm gonna send the status, okay, like this, as a props. Status equal to, you know, like issue dot status, right? I can do that, and then I'm gonna add the children also, right? Like the basically let's say what we're gonna add, right? Yeah, let's close this. Let's give the status, and then that should be good enough, right? So status, and based on that status we're gonna display this component. So let's see how this works, right? Status, okay. So we go back to our batch, and here, because we're sending the props now, so we have to destructure here, right? Either you can write in separate like interface like this and call it props, and that props is status. That is what we are sending from there, status, right? And that is what? So status is something. It's like a string, right? We're just sending the string, so that is fine. So here, you know, you have to destructure it, So let's call it that is status, right? That is what we are sending as a props, and you can call the props. So the error will be gone, right? So now we know this status is name status with string, right? That is what we're getting. Okay. So once we have this status, right, we can let's say we can define the types now, right? How are we going to define? Let's do that. Const so maybe I will just give any name. You can give any name, right? So issue map, right? Let's call it map or status map. Okay, because we have to map through this, right? So it will be something like this here, right? What we're gonna get is, let's say for open, right? You know, open, when you have status open, you want to put the object. Okay, the object will be gonna have a label, right? The label, you give a label anything, but this is open, so let's make it something like this, open, and the color, right? Color will be, so this is open, what color will be best? Green. Let's make it green, right? Green. Okay, similarly a comma, right? And you can just copy 2 more time, and so it should be capital letter, right? In progress, so label will be, we can call it let's call it in progress, and that will be, let's make it orange, right? And then the last one is closed. Okay, so the label will be closed, right? And then we can call it maybe red here, red. But say that we have not defined the types for this, right? So this will create a problem. Okay, so now what nextjs is saying, right, or maybe Prisma, let's say Prisma, right? It says if you need to use one of the module, right, or one of the model from the database as a type, then just import that here. Import status, right? Status from Prisma client. Okay, that is our types now. So here we're going to define. Okay, so we're going to define the record, and that will let us you know, add all that, right? So the first one is status, state status, right? And then comma, and the second will be the label. So you have to give the same name now, right? Label, L-A-B-E-L, label, and the label will be, that is string, right? Comma, and the next one is color. Okay, so we are using many colors, right? So okay, L label, L-A-B-E-L, guys. So I have done the spelling mistake here. So it's detecting now, right? All that is spelling mistake. Okay, label. Okay, the color, you know, you have 3 color you must define here. So that is red or green, or you can add what, orange, right? That is the last one. So you can see the color orange is not matching, so I have error, right? So you can define orange also. Good to go. So now we have this object ready to use, right? So how are we going to use now? Inside our batch, this status, remember this status is what we're going to send from here, right? Look at here. So you're going to send here also status, and that status will be from our database. So that is issue dot status. So whatever status we're going to send, that might be the open, close, or in progress, based on that value, right? So that value is here. That value is here. Okay. So status is either open, closed, or in progress. So what I will do is, in the case of color, right? I will just say status map. I'm gonna get from here now, right? Statu. If you guys remember how to use object now, right? From object, how you're gonna grab the value if you have variable status, right? So we have to put inside the bracket. Okay, we cannot write anything JavaScript directly, right? We have to put here. So status map status, right? So status is this one, and from there, if that is the status, right? So I will get one of these, open or in progress or close, right? Look at this object. I will get one of this value, and dot, I need color, right? So I'll say dot color. Oh, I deleted that. So you put here dot color like that. Good. So status status, status map, right? I don't know why it's giving error. Cannot find name status, right? So is that not correct? Yeah, status sta, right? Yeah, here is T missing. Okay. And here also you do the same thing for label now, right? So from the same, status map, you're gonna get the label. So status status map dot. So not dot, right? So square bracket, because I'm receiving variable, right? This is status and dot label, right? Now I can get the label. label. So label. Okay. Fine. I don't know what is the error. So let's check now. What is the error? So the string, that should be, I believe, capital string here. Let's see. I will refresh the page. I don't know why it's having the problem here. Oh, Control G. Now undo is not working, right? My God. Save this. What is undo, right? Undo.